Now we've got King Lizard, who's been diagnosed with a terminal illness.
Yes.
Right. Now, he doesn't want to be...
He does not want a job. He hates working. He hates it.
Someone shoot me with leukemia.
Yeah, let me go. I'm done. I'm. How old is he? He got his first job.
He's 104 years old.
He just got his first job. He's like 60, 70. He's like, this sucks, bro. This is his Jamba Juice, right? This is like me working at KFC. He's like, this sucks. Don't need to do this again.
I'm so sick of making razzmatazzes for people.
Yeah, I'm fucking over it. When people ask, is everything a conspiracy? The answer is yes.
Who and what is controlling everything and why? They practice sorcery. I can't argue against magic.
I don't know what it is that we live on, but I believe it's a realm. This realm that we live in is the lowest level of heaven, highest level of hell.
Chicken snake gods and the Anunnaki and sorcery. If Sam says the chicken and snake god is running everything, I'm literally in the world of crazy. I'm winning.
You're losing. Conspiracy Social Club, aka Deep Waters. Welcome to Deep Waters. I'm Sam Tripoli, and this is Saggy Bottom Freedom Fighter over here.
What's up, everybody?
Man, I come in happy. You think I'm spicy. Okay? I'm in it.
I'm a little off this morning. I'm worried that I smell of sweet beef. I got Korean short ribs from Erewhon yesterday. $60.
What?
No.
How many ribs?
No, I think it's like that place has to be a honeypot.
For what? Yoga ass?
I'm not sure. Like if someone buys a $40 jar of sea moss, there has to be some kind of trap door that just falls out from under them, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you just go there to watch the wild things roam.
What do you mean, like hot moms?
Yeah, hot moms,
Yeah.
hot hotties, hots. So many hots.
It's such a stupid store. It's like
Well, why do you go there?
desperation.
Dude, if you want to see fun, go to the 99-cent store in La Brea.
Oh my God.
Nothing like broke supermodels just all over the place buying 99-cent gourmet food.
Well, and
right?
also like homeless people knife fighting over Lady Guadalupe candles because they have the entire store is pretty much just Hershey products and Lady Guadalupe.
Yeah, I just want to pitch a show. We're a Hollywood 99-cent store. We're hot people trying to make it shop because it ain't going well.
And
that's our show.
Thank you for listening with us. Hey, we have today is not Conspiracy Christmas.
Yeah, it's been a weird week. I knew
It's
it was
a little slow.
Maybe we should have saved some stories.
I know. We just blew through all the presents last week on Conspiracy
there's so much good
Christmas.
stuff.
But with it being a slow news story, I kind of wanted to kick things off with, I wanted to ask you, does the name Nithya Gatway mean anything to you?
Well, if I can't spell it, I don't remember it. That's the word oh, yeah. Where are we going here?
Can you go to the first tab, Bri?
Go to first tab. There is actually some interesting stories. Oh my God, I love her so much. I can't express you enough how badly I would never pull out. Ever. Her magic would look like a ho-ho by the time I'm done with it.
Her magic?
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying her private parts.
That is a great way to say private parts.
I mean, I'm trying to keep it okay on YouTube.
Are they all?
She's supposedly the darkest human being on planet Earth, and I love her. She dominates hide and go seek, by the way. Dominates it.
Yeah. PM.
Yeah. By the way, me and my daughters were playing hide and go seek, and I just crushed them. It was so crazy how good I am at that. They couldn't find me for like an hour because I'd left.
What do you do when you're competing against your children? Do you have to slow roll your competition, or do you just break their spirit?
No. I'm really bad because I let them win, which
Right.
I should not do.
Right.
I should dominate them
Yeah.
and just let them know who the alpha is. But I just love them so much, and the happiness they get from
Right.
beating their old man just fills my heart full of joy.
You're a good dad in that sense, but you're also a bad dad because you have to condition your children to not fall prey to the illusion of, oh, there are buildings and there are air ones. We live in a jungle.
We do live in a concrete jungle.
We live in a jungle, and it's survival of the fittest out here.
If me and that chick had a kid, it'd look Filipino. We'd meet in the middle.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We'd meet in the middle.
Would you change the name to Ramirez? Whoa. My tongue got tied there.
Yeah, well, you're about to do a zine or whatever those are called.
Well, these are my nootropics. I have to pop one in order to have a good show.
You're so go with the flow, bro.
Thank
You're
you.
like all the cool kids in Silver Lake are doing it. Let me pop one too.
No, I think all the cool kids in Silver Lake hate it because Tucker Carlson likes them. So,
really?
Yeah, it must be evil if Tucker Carlson co-signs on it. But you're very sexually attracted to this woman.
Very? You're not? I know you're married. Let's say in a world you weren't married. You tell me she isn't hot.
No, she's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, she looks like a...
That's like a David Bowie special right there, right? That's who David Bowie would date. Like, hey, I'm gay, but you're so hot. I'm not gay.
He's the pinnacle of cool.
Who, David Bowie?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before. The pinnacle of cool being...
So at the top of your pyramid of cool is British bisexual.
Well, male bisexuality is the pinnacle of cool. Mick Jagger, David Bowie, Richard Pryor, Muhammad Ali. I mean, these are the coolest guys ever to do it.
When you hear the story that Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando hooked up, who do you praise on top? Who do you pray?
Richard.
Yeah, you really got to have Richard on top.
Because by the time Brando was tucking into men, he was, I mean, dude, he was like 500 pounds when he died.
Yeah, that'd be so bad.
Dude,
you're going to Pound Town on Ralphie May? That'd be so horrible.
Or getting Pound Town by Ralphie May.
Yeah, the amount of twerk.
Yeah, but it's amazing though. Marlon Brando was just so disgusted with the facade of his own body and how it polluted his art. He just got fat and disgusting.
Yeah.
In Fiji or wherever he was. But listen, this is a conspiracy
One of my friends,
show.
one of my favorite comics in LA is a cat named Ron Taylor. He's so funny, dude. And he's going to blow up. He's going to blow up. But
Do you refer to people as cats often?
Yeah.
Are we in a
I'm
jazz
very
club
conscious
right
when
now?
I refer
What's
to
going
black
on?
people because I refer to everybody as brothers. And I feel like when I do it to black people, they think I'm just saying it because I'm trying to be cool and hip with the kids. I'm like, thanks, brother. I say that to everybody.
Oh,
except for Asians because I don't talk to them.
You don't?
No, I do. By the way, I'm going to say something. Ali Wong's new show, Beef, is good.
Yeah.
It's good. Now, this is how good it is. You forget how woke it is. So, according to this world, the most dangerous person is a 5-foot Asian woman in this story.
Right.
Guys are getting cucked or they complete cluster in their life. And the monster is a 5-foot Asian woman.
Yeah, if the wokeism can be as subversive as possible, that's a marker of something that's really, really...
That's how you know it's good. You don't even notice that. This weird parallel universe that they've created where Asian chicks dominate.
No, everybody's got to calm down and stop being so triggered by BIPOC voices, right, Sam?
BIPOC voices.
That's what you were telling me the other day, right? Hey, this is a great show so far. We have to kick things off talking about conspiracies.
Hey, buddy, we've kicked it off with hot black ass, so we're in it.
Yeah, I
don't know where you are. I'm in it.
That's the perfect amuse-bouche for a great podcast.
Amuse-bouche, bro.
Yeah. But today we're going to be talking about the bloodbath.
So hilarious.
We're going to be talking about the bloodbath.
Yeah.
We may, and listen, nobody in the comments or in the audience wants to hear us debate Israel, right? Because I'm a psycho Jew when it comes to Israel, right?
And you know, dude, I'm okay with that.
I refute and rebut your condescending allotment of me being okay with that.
I'm okay
because I'm
trying to reach my hand out, going, brother.
I am very measured in my opinion on this issue, and I don't
because it's been pounded into you. That's okay, and I respect that.
No, you misunderstood what I meant, but defending Israel does not mean absolving them of criminality.
Respect.
And one can defend Israel while saying
I love
they've
how you're
done
like,
bad
we're not going
things.
to talk about it as you talk about
Right.
it.
Yeah. So maybe we'll talk about it later, but that was already so boring. So we probably don't want to talk
You
about it.
just ruined
but-
all the hot black ass talk.
100%.
We had real momentum.
Dude, we had this amuse-bouche of hot black ass, and then the next course was like matzo brie, And it's like, oh, God.
Yes.
But yeah, we might talk about satanic faces in the smoke of the Twin Towers.
Oh, I love that.
And
But real quick, Dylan, you've been getting a lot of love in the comment section lately.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of love. You'll always get some bad ones.
Yeah.
But you'll get a lot of love.
We're getting to know each other, and I'm as fickle as you guys are. So if you hear me say something you don't like, I'm sure that people will be calling for my in the comments. Gonna have to bleep that.
Bleep
Can
the
you?
R. Bleep the R.
Can you flag that? Thank you very much. Okay. Last thing we might be discussing: the NSA created Bitcoin. Full stop. 100%.
Well, you know what they say that the creator Sakamoto or whatever his name is. When you break it down, it means Central Intelligence.
Right. Okay. So we'll talk about that, but the main guts of this, I think, is it's the hottest Christmas present around right now.
Yeah.
What's going on with Kate? What
is going on
with Kate?
So people have been breaking it down. So what they said is like, there's chunky Kate. She's like a reverse Elvis, where at one point she's chunky and now she's anorexic. Look at that.
Yeah, they said that she lost 3 stone in 2 weeks. Now,
is that like a kilo of coke?
These kooky Brits and their metric system and their stones and whatnot. But I think a stone is roughly like 15 pounds.
Yeah.
So if you lose close to 50 pounds in 2 weeks, that's
not good. Ozempic, what?
Yeah. Ozempic, what? But what's your theory on this? What happened to Kate?
Well, there's a lot with this video that does not make any sense to me.
Oh, yeah.
The one thing that doesn't make sense is how the royal family can just act like they were just at Air One with our good friend Dylan and just walking, everyone's eating, like nobody be like, holy shit, it's the royal family. They're just like, oh, mate, look at that, mate. I mean, apparently they're in Australia, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
crikey, that's a princess right there.
Yeah, right? Nobody reacts to it. They're just eating their shit.
Yeah.
Nobody reacts to it. And then, like, she doesn't walk up to the camera going, hey, everybody, I'm alive.
Right.
I've just been going through this guy. This guy banged my best friend. It's a little weird time for me right now.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for being concerned. And then walk off to her coach and horse that they still ride in, right?
Yeah. It's a pumpkin.
It's a pumpkin.
It's a
right?
big pumpkin.
Yeah, they got to get back to the pumpkin. None of this makes any sense at all.
It's so lovely to have a conspiracy like this take root in our culture right now, because it's so fun. I mean, people have been theorizing that she got a BBL.
A butt?
Yeah.
Like she got a fat ass? She needs it. That is a flat ass.
She got, Sam, to go from describing the vagina as magic to objectifying Catherine, Princess of Duchess.
I would say
like
that saying it's magic is objectifying it as well.
No.
I would say I started it objection and I stayed in objection.
And that's the consistency that the fans love.
Yeah.
And, we're all too lacking of that these days.
So if you look at, like, there's somebody who broke it down. There's just a weird moment where that face kind of changes into somebody else for a brief second.
Well, I think that, Rye, can you, on that page, just go to Reddit conspiracy, one of the great subreddits.
Yeah,
on the
so
internet.
when I call my dad all the time, and after about 2 minutes,
too.
My dad has nothing to add to the conversation.
Okay.
So what I do is when I'm talking to my father, I will just go to Reddit, the conspiracy Reddit, and just start reading articles.
Right.
Like it's something, the news. I'm like, hey, Dad, you hear they might have offed the princess? He's like, what? And Dad, you hear they discovered the earth is flat? Huh?
Your dad's you're still with us?
Yeah. My dad is still, what am I, got a Ouija board now? I'm like, dear Dad, did you hear about Princess Kate? What am I doing? What does that even mean?
Can you imagine you're in the throes of a seance with your dead father and you pull up Reddit?
Dad, they're cloning the sheep.
Can you go, go to the main, Yeah, the main hub of conspiracy. Okay, so it's been theorized.
There you go. That's the picture.
Zoom in on this. What's her name?
I don't know. Is that his side chick?
I'm not sure.
Like he's just like his dad. He has a side chick. Oh, wow.
So.
And it's very weird because they both if you look at both pictures, her eyes are off in both of them. They're not perfectly aligned. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying.
Brian, you know what I'm saying because you're grounded in reality. They're both kind of off. Have you noticed that? They're not perfectly aligned eyeballs.
Yeah, Ryan, have you noticed that?
She has a runner.
Yeah, hey, listen, you don't have to align yourself with Sam. You don't have to.
It would be better for you.
Absolutely. The comments would be much more, kind to you if you did. But go up. What's her name?
Dude, this is nuts.
Gabrielle Monroe.
Whoa, dude, you found that. That's amazing.
What was that fucking California Gold voice you just did?
I sound like I just won that scratch off lottery, right? On a commercial.
$7 whole. So who hosted California Gold again? Huell Hauser.
Yeah. Oh, that was the best.
Yeah. Big gay man.
So here's what I've learned in this show: that Dylan sets me up to get excited just to knock me down. So what is your take on this, Dylan?
Okay, can you go? One of my favorite comments that we received over the course of the recent episode is this one from Boots McGee. Hear me out. She could have had an ectopic pregnancy rupture in her belly, had to have emergency surgery, possibly causing fertility issues, making her one job difficult to do, and she's needing time away from the public eye while she works through getting hit with waves of emotion and regret and fear while her hormones are wacky. I'm a woman, though. What do I know? Couldn't agree more. I don't know what you were saying. Yeah. I don't know what all that.
Where are you commenting?
I don't know
now?
What all that lady mumbo jumbo was.
This is deep water stuff. WebMD. What are we talking about here?
No, that makes all the sense.
Well, I'm
going
to give it up for Boots McGee.
Boots McGee.
Because if you told me that was a chick, I would never have guessed it. But thank you, Boots McGee.
Boots McGee has probably got it pretty close. So ectopic pregnancies, very, very scary things. Gestation.
What is that?
I think it's when a pregnancy gestates in the fallopian tube, which is not where that's supposed to happen.
Okay.
And it's a very, very dangerous thing. But my favorite theory is that perhaps she did have something going on with her abdomen. Perhaps it was some kind of pregnancy complication. Now, we've got King Lizard, who's been diagnosed with a terminal illness.
Yes.
Right. Now, he doesn't want to be...
He does not want a job. He hates working. He hates it.
Someone shoot me with leukemia.
Yeah, let me go. I'm done. I'm. How old is he? He got his first job.
He's 104 years old.
He just got his first job. He's like 60, 70. He's like, this sucks, bro. This is his Jamba Juice, right? This is like me working at KFC. He's like, this sucks. Don't need to do this again.
I'm so sick of making fucking razzmatazzes for people.
Yeah, I'm fucking over it.
But with his legacy under duress, being, sacrificer of children and a chameleon human, he and the Royals have decided that they need to take the heat off of his kind of decrepit status as a lame king.
Interesting.
So they create this media storm around Catherine. Then when he dies, her husband will take over in this kind of resurgency back into the public eye.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not against it. I mean, smoke screens, shift focus happen all the time. Around now, we also have Obama supposedly going to meet with them. Some people think that's really shady lately, because we haven't seen a lot of these lizards. Let's face it. Nobody's seen Hillary for a while. Nobody's seen.
Oh, can we show the audience your shirt real quick?
Yeah, this is from Red Pill Cartel. And this is Kill List Crew.
I love that shirt.
Yeah,
She is like the Harley Quinn of the Suicide Squad.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, they laugh the same.
Less personality.
Yeah, way less personality, but way hotter.
Yeah. I mean, young Hillary could get it.
Yeah, young Hill Dog could get it.
Yeah, young Hill Dog can get some ho-ho action.
I think we did a game on this show, would you hit it or not, and people were repulsed by it.
Young Hillary?
Yeah.
Maybe if you drop the D on her, you save her and she can realize the world's a better place and loving people is better.
Well, she's not into the D.
Well, you go back in time, you teach her the importance of the D.
Oh, yeah.
Every guy thinks that. You know, if I just could get this lesbian and hit it,
right.
I'll show her how important it is.
Yeah, I love the hubris of the male condition.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to this bloodbath talk.
Okay.
And this is Conspiracy Social Club in politics, but liberals have got to stop doing this.
Yes.
They have got to stop fucking doing this.
So can I ask you a question?
It's not working.
In your house, does your wife watch any news?
No.
Women love news. So you don't. Do you have a girlfriend, Ryan, or are you gay? Which one is it? Yeah, I've got a girlfriend. Okay. Is your girlfriend, I'm sure she's young, which your wife is young, but is she into the news at all? Not at all. Okay, so this generation's done.
Yeah, no, I have a hot young Argentine wife.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
Yeah.
Dana can't stop watching the news. And it's every time I walk in, it's on because she's been conditioned over her lifetime to watch the news.
Right.
And if you go and you turn on MSNBC, it is another reality parallel universe. And it's like if you're watching that all the time, you have no clue the indoctrination that is going on because it is Trump 24/7. 24/7. It is talking about stuff that happened during his presidency. It's stuff, all of his trials. Nothing about what's going on in the world right now. It is literally Trump. They don't care because all they do is clip it and then they put it out and then Keith Olbermann comments on it and that's how they do it now. It has nothing to do with the news. So this fits right into that.
Pretty sure Keith Olbermann, I mean, that was just a poll, right?
What do you mean?
I don't think that he works for the network anymore, does he?
No, but my point is like
insert talking head here. Yeah,
he takes these clips and comments on them. That's
I mean, I think you're being a little bit hyperbolic. There's a lot of sensationalism that takes place, and this is as is evidenced by this insane.
Hold on. So what you're saying? There's a lot of sensationalism. You're saying on both sides. Is it like Fox News as well?
No, I'm not trying to do whataboutism right now.
Yeah.
I think there's certain truths that come out of MSNBC and certain...
Okay, so I wanted to do this with you. What is the story that the mainstream media told that turned out to be true?
It's a great question.
What is it?
It's a great question.
I'm being honest, and I would love to hear it, and I would just love to know.
Listen,
let's just go since you're. How old are you, Ryan?
28.
Okay, so what? So you were 4 years old when, or 5 years old when weapons of mass destruction was going on. So we're gonna start from your fifth year on the planet. Since Ryan was 5 years old, what is the story that the mainstream media got right? And when I talk mainstream media, Fox News is retarded. We know that. Okay. But for the moment, we're just going to talk about CNN, MSNBC.
Sam, there are a lot of stories that break on an hour by hour basis that are not sensational. They're not.
What are they?
Okay.
Explain it to me, Dylan.
Over the.
Give me one.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to do this.
Okay.
I don't want to do this because there's no winning here.
Yeah, no,
there's
there is
zero winning.
You just have to name one story that the mainstream media was honest about and got right.
All right. The left traffics in a lot of character takedowns of
propaganda
of Donald Trump.
Propaganda.
Some of them,
Fox News does it as well.
Some of them are accurate, mocking Donald Trump for saying that he had the biggest inauguration on MSNBC. That was accurate mockery. Mocking Trump for drawing a Sharpie around the state that he thought the cyclone was going to hit. That's accurate mockery.
Okay.
Now, but there isn't a lot there isn't a lot of hard news. You know what there is? I don't watch a lot of news.
Right.
It's all slanted.
Right.
It's all bullshit.
Did you just call it Asian?
The difficulty that the American public is facing right now is you can either get your news from mainstream media, which is a lie, or a DMZ fucking landmine nightmare that is Reddit, Twitter, what have you.
Deep waters, come on.
Deep waters. But yeah, the news gets some stuff right, and they get a lot of stuff wrong. And
I think their
traffic,
batting average is so bad.
It is bad.
You do little stories here, but we're talking big stories. Good luck finding something Rachel Meadows got right, or something that, or this leads into another story. Don Lemon, like Don Lemon is so out of touch with his market value and his brand. Like, this is the same thing with Chris Cuomo. I mean, Chris Cuomo now has become like the Joe of wrestling. Do you know what I'm saying? Where you remember when you'd watch wrestling where it'd be like the Ultimate Warrior versus Joe. And you knew Joe was just going to get annihilated, right?
Totally.
Joe just had a green shorts on, nothing about him.
Yeah.
Joe was just there to get his ass kicked. That is what Chris Cuomo is now becoming. He is now going on everybody's show, saying stupid things, and just getting lit up by everybody.
Chris Cuomo's he's a guy's guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's a guy's guy.
You know, he's a guy's guy.
Yeah.
Fredo.
I mean, him, Don Lemon. It's like, how can you think you have any market value when you're part of the core group and it's probably not your fault?
Well, let me ask you, what do you think about MSNBC's criticism of Israel of late? Did they get that right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like a broken clock's right twice a day.
Yeah. So they do have a batting average. It's the batting average of like a pitcher in the National League. It's not great,
totally right,
but every once in a while they'll connect.
There's some magic happening. Right.
But this bloodbath thing is a perfect example of what they have got to stop doing, because it's this boy that cried wolf syndrome, which just kind of, it decays the attempt at what you're trying to do.
I understand what you're saying, but I go to you, why would they do that if it works so well? Because what they know.
What do you mean it works so well?
What they know, what these legacy media people know, and you see it whether it's on what they're reporting or the titles of their articles.
Yeah.
They know all they need to do is plant a seed that tells you what you want to hear, and you will run with it. And it will be almost impossible to convince you later on that that is not true. Like, I listen, I don't want to get too much into it, but when we get into that New York Times article by the woman about what Hamas did, and it later turns out that she's an IDF agent who's never written an article in her life and somehow got this prestigious article written.
Yeah, 100%. Or you read all these other articles that are pulling statistics that have been given to them by a radical terrorist organization.
Okay, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Right.
That's fine.
Right.
Who do you get your articles from?
Right.
I understand. Who do you get your information? But that article has consistently been regurgitated over and over again, even though it was pulled and disavowed. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So that's what that does.
Yeah.
You just have to say that a couple times.
But I don't
and
think,
the parrots will parrot
I
it.
don't think that it really works on people with, let's call them stable geniuses. You know, people who are just, I think people are falling for it less and less.
I think they are. I think you're totally right.
So the context behind this story. So he says bloodbath if I don't get elected. It goes everywhere. I mean, all over the fucking news, this dangerous rhetoric. And Trump does have, an irresponsible relationship with linguistic weaponry he's just not. He's not great with words.
Unbelievable,
What?
dude? It's just like so unbelievable, Dylan. That
It's not.
is what you believe. I mean, right now, if
What are
look,
you fucking talking about?
I mean, Dylan, look at the country right now. Look at the effing country right now. And you're talking about that Donald Trump's rhetoric is bad. I mean, we have inflation's going nuts. Dude, they're lying to you about, and you're worried about rhetoric.
Sam,
I mean, it's like unbelievable.
I'm not talking about policies. I'm not talking about governance. I'm just talking about speech right now. And for anybody to come out and say Trump has a perfect batting average with speech, it's just fucking la la land.
I
it's
know,
fantasy land.
I think very few people would tell you that.
But this is an example of, with all of the ammunition that this guy gives you, to turn this into a nuclear bomb. This is a 22.
So
there's
let me ask you
nothing we should be doing with this.
Listen, dude, we can, again, we do this all the time. We can sit down and say all the problems we have with Trump because there's enough to be there. There's enough.
But I'm not criticizing Trump right now. I'm criticizing the left-leaning media
but what
right
I'm saying to you is, like, whose rhetoric is more dangerous to you right now?
I don't want to answer that question.
Okay, of course.
I
Why
don't
don't
want
I
to
answer it with
question.
this? There we go.
No, definitely.
There we go.
Definitely not that. And this is the tough position that you and this show puts me in, because were I to be truthful just then,
you should be always truthful.
No, I know. You know, you
shouldn't play a character. You should always be
I'm not attempting to play a character, but I'm just trying to make the ecosystem around our podcast a safe space.
Yes.
But this quote gets pulled out of a speech about the automotive industry moving to Mexico. You know, we're not talking about January 6th. We're not talking about Charleston or what was that place? Charlottetown. What was that? Was that?
Yeah.
Charlottesville. We're not talking about any of those issues. We're talking about fucking trade. And for this to get as blown up as it did, it's lazy. It's a little bit lazy.
Well, the truth is this, guys. It's just, this is the rhetoric that they use to scare their people, because what I was trying to get into is, like, we have seen that, you know, I just did Jimmy Dore's,
great guy.
Dude, I love him.
Great
he just did I got something really wrong. I guess everyone on the internet was telling me JFK picked his VP, and I guess he hasn't. So I got that wrong. Oh, Jimmy Dore.
RFK?
Yeah, RFK.
RFKJ?
Yeah, RFKJ. Picked some Asian chick, but I guess I was wrong. So, but...
Well, you don't speak to the Asian community, so you wouldn't know.
I do love the Asian community. I watch Beef. I mean, dude, by the way, the acting on that is phenomenal.
I can't watch it. It's too... I'm too tightly wound as it is. So
I get you.
There's too much stress on that show.
I get you. But my whole point is that, you know, Jimmy Dore showed this. Like, literally everybody, everything that they warned you that Trump was going to do, we see Joe Biden doing right now in real time. And that is it. They put it on you. It's the classic thing.
List examples.
What?
Just list examples.
Prosecuting political opponents. That's 100% happening right now.
Yep.
100% happening.
Yep.
We're a banana republic. That's 100% happening. If Trump gets in office, we're going to become a banana republic. That's 100% happening.
How do you mean the U.S. is a banana republic?
And then the Russian collusion stuff. Dude, what are you talking about?
Well,
You're asking me, how
Sam,
are we a banana republic?
Sam, my bowl is empty. I've just had a serving of L's. Okay. And I'm just coming to you saying, may I have some more?
So if you go into any of these trials, right? Let's take the Donald Trump trial, where he wasn't even technically found guilty in a civil court of sexual assault. They literally said, no, he didn't.
No, this is defamation.
He didn't.
He got accused of defamation.
Yeah, but they literally asked, do you think he sexually assaulted the jury? And they said no. But then they go on to go, did he defame her? And then they said yes. And then they threw. And then MSNBC just run, or ABC News or whoever, just runs with that. He was found guilty of, I forget the wording. It's
defamation.
No.
Yeah. And then they bring...
There's a certain word.
They bring E. Jean on, and they talk about going to fucking Saks Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, I mean, like, she's just crazy. But you start to, like, that judge, right? So that judge that they use, he's also the judge that let Prince Andrew off and said there was nothing there and dropped the charges. Mm-hmm. I mean, what we're having right now is if you look at the Supreme Court, you have that woman, the new judge, who's like, the First Amendment does not apply during an emergency. What?
Yeah,
what?
I was fearful that you were going to bring this up.
Okay. What's your opinion, Dylan, about the Constitution during an epidemic or a major emergency? I would love to hear your ideas.
Not within that, specific theater, but I'm not a free speech maximalist like you are. I think that, we're living in trying times, and people on the whole are pretty dumb, me included. And I think that the government...
So, Dylan, who's going to decide what is proper speech?
It's a very, very difficult question.
Yeah, the answer is there's nobody.
Yeah, I mean, or we just open it up.
Dylan, listen to me.
What was that movie? Was it Rollerball? What's the movie where they're on skates and they all die?
Oh, was that Final Destination?
No, that's no. What we're living in right now is
Ryan. You better work on your movie trivia.
Seriously,
that's what you are here for.
Yeah, exactly.
You better work. You better go home and just drill.
We're in a gauntlet of lies and deception, and I guess it is this like kill them all, let God sort them out kind of thing. But I don't know. It's tricky. It's a tricky.
Well, Dylan, first of all, let's really get in to what the First Amendment is, because just like everything in life, the retards, have no clue what the First Amendment, and I'm not calling you a retard. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the people who bring up freedom of speech all the time. Okay. Yeah. Freedom of speech, is the government cannot limit your speech. It is not that you can just say something to your buddy and he can't punch you in the face. That is freedom of that is freedom of consequence.
Sam, there are some conditions to freedom of speech.
There is literally none.
No, there is.
Well, okay, express it to me. Fire in a movie theater. Right. That's about it.
Right.
That's about it. But outside that, the government cannot limit your speech. That's what we're talking about.
I know.
And you're okay with the government limiting speech?
I didn't say that.
That's literally what you said.
No, I didn't say that, you absolute moron. I said that it's a tricky question.
It's not a tricky question.
I think is if you're being intellectually honest, it merits a little bit of mental energy.
My point is, you think during emergencies, the government should be able to limit our speech. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Thank you.
No.
All right. Move on from that. That was, by the way, Dylan, we can actually pinpoint the lowest moment you've ever had on this podcast. And that was it.
What was the lowest moment, though?
That was it.
You just made a false accusation.
No. You literally said for a brief moment that you agreed with that whack job judge that during an emergency, freedom of speech does not apply.
No, I did not say that.
You literally did. Play it back, Ryan.
Moron.
I got you back.
I did not say that.
You did say that.
I am so cheesed off right now. I'm here. You're just... I smell of beef. You came in here with shitty energy. It's not Christmas.
Good energy,
no,
bro.
You were like, I'm going to be in the hallway making a call. You guys tell me when you're ready.
Yeah. I had to send some shit out, bro.
And also 9:30 is way too early for this show.
No, I
can't do 9:30.
Dude, I'm crushing. You're having a weird one because you're taking Monster L.
Monster L's.
Monster L.
We get into politics and it's not fun. And
because Dylan, because you're holding on to idealism. That's why.
Oh yeah. No, you are not.
Yeah.
You're holding on to what? What are you holding on to? Okay.
The truth.
Got it.
So freedom of expression or freedom from consequences, totally different thing.
Okay,
Free speech is the government cannot limit your speech.
You
cannot criticize. You should be allowed to criticize Joe Biden or Trump. When Bill Burr's wife flipped off Trump, I'm like, there you go. That's freedom of speech.
Yeah. Okay. And when inciting incorrect rhetoric gets widely spread on the internet, that's just something we got to deal with.
Unfortunately, lying is covered by the First Amendment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's like you got.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, but it's called the correct place.
Right, exactly. Okay, I hesitate to do this, but speaking of truth,
I love this.
Can you go to that Tim Pool tweet? It's one over.
Okay, I have some very interesting things about this.
So you retweeted this and said, if people actually do the truth.
Yes.
Okay. So please, truth seer, truth teller, please educate me on what the truth actually is.
Okay, well, there's a bunch. I've got more information from this. I have a friend of mine, Clint, and he is on the Liberty lockdown.
And we could roll the tape. It's like kind of a shitty video, but basically this guy is just saying that Israel is a very inconvenient ally for the U.S. to have.
And if they knew the truth.
If they do the truth.
Yeah.
I'll agree that Israel is quite an inconvenient ally for the U.S. to have.
Well, I mean, it's like, what we got to go in. Listen, what is an ally? And what does ally mean?
Right.
What do allies do? Allies?
That's the question of a truth seeker, right there.
We go.
Yeah.
So play this clip real quick, and I'm gonna give Tim Pool a little leeway because my friend Clint Liberty Lockdown podcast brought up a really good point about why Tim does this.
Yeah, and for sure, But Israel is intentionally dragging us into this war, and also Israel has.
I think you got Israel derangement syndrome.
Okay, well,
why does he say that?
Okay, then let me. Well, so first of all,
why does he say that? Well, according to Clint, who's good friends with him, is on the show a bunch of times. Well, actually does a show with Tim's co-host many times, Luke Radowski. He's like, Tim has to say that so that YouTube.
You're talking about Polak Radowski?
Yeah. Okay. Polak Radowski, who I love.
Okay.
He has to say that so that YouTube doesn't come after him. He has to say these
Israel derangement syndrome?
Yeah, he has to push back on the thought that Israel is a meanie, you know?
What are you talking about?
What?
How much pro-Palestine content is on YouTube right now that's blowing up?
Yeah, but not blowing up.
Oh, of course it's blowing up.
They talk all the time. Where do you live?
Don't point.
Where do you live?
Don't point all five fingers at me.
Where do you live?
You gotta stop.
Where do you live? Where do you live? Where is this world?
Right by the Silver Lake.
Pro-Palestine, anti-Israel stuff is getting amplified. Where is that world?
Are you dumb?
No, I'm not.
Are you the dumbest?
No, I'm not.
Oh my God, you're the dumbest
I am
person.
Not the dumbest.
You've got to be fucking kidding me right
now.
No,
we have the ADL literally getting TikTok banned because the Greenblatt says there's too much pro-Palestine stuff. We're losing this generation, and you're acting like it's getting blown up.
What?
You're crazy.
You just said
the truth.
Well, okay, so in order for the ADL to try to curb something, it has to have been blown up, which it is.
What do you mean?
All right, let me.
Okay, so on TikTok, you're correct. Okay, I'll give that to you. On YouTube, it's not. On Twitter, good luck.
What are
people are getting censored left and right? You don't see it because it's your side and you like it.
That's not true.
That is true.
That's not true.
And it's okay. Again, we discussed that.
How many Norman Finkelstein videos on YouTube are absolutely crushing it right now?
Well, I mean, that's a great question, but I'm telling you, dude, I see it all the time. All these accounts being taken down.
Okay, but you're wrong.
And listen, Norman
Finkelstein is going around slow talking about how great paper is
What
and
is
how
he,
the
Cat Williaming it?
he kind of is. You know.
So
Mr. Limoncello, Mr. Limoncello, with all due respect, I can't stand listening to this guy anymore.
Dude. It's I get it.
Okay.
So that's the game being played.
Okay,
right
so
now.
that's the game being played.
Okay.
What is the truth?
Okay.
Are we? Because we're
I mean,
supposed
do you
to
want to do this?
we're
I thought you
supposed-
didn't want to do this.
Let you just have your moment right now and unearth the truth. And if it
Okay.
makes me incredibly incensed, I'll say something.
Well, I mean, dude, here's the whole thing. My girlfriend's Jewish. Her family's Jewish. I love them very much. And I there's a difference between Torah Jews and Talmud Zionists.
Okay.
And everyone get mad at me. All I'm saying is that Judaism is no different than the other two Abrahamic religions. And we have real discussions about the crazies in the other ones, whether it's what the new term Christian nationalist, okay, or fundamental
Christian fascism.
whatever the term you want to do is openly talked about. If we talk about Islamic jihadists, Sharia law, openly talked about. Everyone discuss it.
There's this fetishization with Muslims that believe in things that are anathema to progressivism, but progressives like love them for some reason. It's the most confusing fucking
because
thing.
they're seen by the progressives as somebody being
they're
the
seen
victim
as
of hate
victims.
speech.
Right.
So they just doesn't matter what they so but if I say Talmud Zionist, look at non-Jews as cattle, your reaction as your blood boils becomes that's anti-Semitic.
No,
because it's just the truth.
This is the thing that I have to push back against because this sloppy fucking bucket you try to put me in when this stuff gets brought up. I don't disagree with that comment at all.
Right.
There's a word.
So I'm going to ask you something. Do you see Judaism, okay, and policies of the Israeli government and military actions of IDF as two separate things? Can you love Jews
100%.
and have a major problem?
100%.
Because that's where I am. That's my opinion.
That's what I said in the beginning of the episode.
So when I list these things, I say if people only knew, you're going to have a reaction to it. Because you think I'm clumping Jews, and I'm not.
No, but you
I'm
haven't
talking about Talmud Zionist.
You haven't said anything.
Okay, the bombing of the USS Liberty, the dancing Israelis on 9/11, the assassination of JFK, the spying on of American citizens, the dual citizenship in the government, the selling of secrets to China, and that's just the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Now we get into a little bit of
truth.
Anti-Semitic
No,
contagion.
none of that. Dude, facts aren't anti-Semitic.
What are you
Facts aren't anti-Semitic.
Are you talking about, you're blaming the Talmud Zionists for killing JFK?
They were part of the groups, yes. Because JFK wanted to go into Israel's nuclear power plants and weapons.
Okay, so power players alike converge to kill a man who wanted to change the course of history.
Yes.
I'm not
one
saying
of many. I'm not saying that they were the only ones.
Right.
I'm saying the mob.
Right.
Okay. The CIA, the FBI.
Yeah, the Dulles brothers.
The Dulles brothers.
But
the Federal Reserve.
There is a phenomenon, though, that when Jews are the people that have their finger on the trigger, that the volume of that is a little louder than.
Well, because because they're in a listen, man. You cannot tell me that Jews get treated any different than white people.
No, they don't, because they're perceived as having power.
Because they have power.
They do have power.
Okay, that's why they're perceived as.
But we're doing this really lazy court of public opinion thing now, where if someone is perceived as having power, or you see a perceived underdog, your mind is automatically made up, and life is way too complicated. Can you get that screen going?
Not true at all, dude. Not true at all.
No, it is true.
I am somebody that will tell you, if you went to an organization that perpetrated something, right, and you look at its executive branch, and it leans towards let's say I'm not saying a particular religion, of any religion, and there's a large group of them, does that mean that religion controls that? I don't think so. I personally believe it has more to do with a psychopath. And again, Zionists, Marxists, communists, neocons, neoliberals, I believe they're all middle management for a higher cause.
I think there's a spectrum within Zionism. I think there are radical Zionists and there are moderate Zionists.
Yes. It's like, listen, it's like Zionism to me is like global warming. There's a lot of people who go, man, we got to protect the earth. And they mean well. And there's a lot of Jews who look at Zionism as the Jews deserve a homeland. Okay, fine. I respect that.
Yeah.
But there are deep on the other end of the spectrum,
sure,
people who follow the Talmud and some insane stuff in there.
Yeah.
And you can go, that's just crazy, until you match up with some of the policies of the very conservative Israeli government.
Right. But at least within Israel, there are massive cohorts of people.
I would agree with you,
who are
dude.
Criticizing their own government.
Dude, listen, man, you do not have to convince me that any religion moves as one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to convince me of that.
But there's this. Okay, so go to the next clip, because this may be the first person that I'd really like to fucking debate on this show. It wouldn't be good, so we're not going to do it. But the danger with this, there is a truism to anti-Semitism, and accusations of anti-Semitism are used to shout people down, shut people up, and it's not always accurately applied.
So what you're saying is like, so are you saying that people are blaming Jews for stuff that isn't right? Or are you saying that people yell anti-Semitism to stop a discussion?
Yeah, that.
Okay,
the latter.
okay,
It's like any other brand of, identity politics.
Yes,
You accuse somebody of being a racist.
Yes.
Now all of their opinions are null and void. And it happens a lot. But the danger with this is that with that being talked about as an imagined fiction, real anti-Semites are going, oh, you're just accusing me of being an anti-Semite. That's fantasy. It's not real.
Right.
When they're espousing serious fucking anti-Semitic
No, I agree
rhetoric.
with you. There are people who call to Jews that hate the Jews. And I'm not that person.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not.
I actually, believe it or not, and people probably don't want to believe it if they don't agree with what I'm saying. I actually try to say what I say to help people that I know are just like regular religious people that just that follow an Abrahamic religion because it's their tradition that connects them with their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents.
Right.
And they just want to live their life.
Yeah.
Okay? And I know a lot of Jews that aren't happy with what's happening in Gaza. Okay?
Yeah, me included.
And that's why I talk about what I talk about, because just like Christians, just like, believe it or not, everybody, Muslims, I used to go on tour with Muslims. They're great people. Dude, after 9/11, they took a beating. And it's just like, that's not accurate. And that's my opinion.
We love everybody.
We love everybody, but what we want to talk about is get to this place that's like, in a world of keep it simple, stupid, is really hard to get to, which is, don't judge the group, judge the individual. The individual is the person who does that. And if they're following a doctrine, then we could talk about that doctrine.
Nothing is going to change when there are psychopaths heading up the two nations.
I agree.
Benjamin Netanyahu is not going to bring any stability to that region.
His 4 names with his social security number.
Hamas is not going to do anything. There's going to be no peace when you have lunatics in charge.
I agree.
So I thought that was okay.
I thought that was a great episode.
Oh no, we can't. We're not done yet.
Okay.
No.
I'm ready, dude, because I'm just like unloading clips.
Yeah.
Bro.
Okay. So let's get to the satanic face in the smoke of the Twin Towers.
Bro, I tried to make a T-shirt of this. It just didn't work the way I wanted it to. That's a great dude. Can you send me that link? By the way, I want to send it to Dana.
The
princess one.
Yeah.
Can you just email it to me?
I think it's. I'll send it to him. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Where are we at? Try going up.
When you use something, you should shut. Oh yeah, that's it. And by the way, guess who else makes that face? Our good friend Joe Biden. Yeah, that to me is the craziest picture ever. That's the crazy.
What did he say during the State of the Union? He was like,
dude, did you see him talking about the blue roofs?
Lane Kiffin. What was her name? What was that woman's name that Marjorie Taylor Greene was shouting about?
I don't know.
Leighton Meester. Okay, so Satan's face in
this is where we're gonna get weird.
Okay, let's get weird.
Almost all of the numbers associated with 9/11 go back to Aleister Crowley's thelema. And this was an occult sacrifice ritual.
Okay.
And that the actual buildings were built for this day.
Oh, got it.
That was the purpose.
Aleister Crowley was what, the great-great-grandfather of the Bushes or something like that?
Well, no. Aleister Crowley was Barbara Bush's father.
Oh, and okay, and you make that true claim because if you mash both their ugly faces together,
yeah, 100%.
Like
and Barbara Bush's mother was, I believe, in France when Aleister Crowley was there, and they have the exact same face. It's the exact same face.
It's not, but
will you look up Aleister Crowley, Barbara Bush, and this guy loves L's. You're just deep throating L's. Will someone do a very funny deep fake where Dylan is deep throating big black L's? Will you do that, please? Just, and it's not dicks; they're just L's. Yeah, just go down. You'll find it. They'll do a split screen. You can just look at it. It's the same face. It's just the same face. They're all cucks, bro. They all pass their chicks around, and everyone bangs each other. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can see them. You can see the split faces. They have a bunch of split faces.
Okay, so can we stop right there?
Yeah, you're right. Not the same face. Totally go down. Not the same face at all. Sam. What? I'm crushing right now. Oh, there it is. Click that one. Third row down. First picture. Third one down. Down. Nope. Down one more. Over. There we go. Yeah, totally not the same face.
Yeah, your mic just went out.
Well, that's the Lord saying enough L's for you today.
What? Hello?
Good.
Okay. So let's take a look at this picture. Can you zoom in on that, Ryan? What's that preposition she's trying to use? Okay. Let's go to the impartial juror here.
Okay.
Our producer, Ryan.
Ryan, what are your thoughts?
I'm dubious.
What is that? I don't know.
You
what that
are
means.
just as a person, but what do you think? Are those two people
similar? Is there similarities?
No, not
there?
similarities.
Yes.
Are they of the same, like, what's your accusation? Lineage, yeah.
They could be related.
Thank you. Dylan,
Cowardice incarnate.
Ryan, I put you in a cocoon of protection.
They could be related.
Yeah.
Wow.
100%.
Fucking Switzerland.
That happens
over
all
here.
the time. No, it's not Switzerland.
No, it's
because he
not
doesn't
Switzerland.
agree with you. It's impossible you say that.
Sam, he doesn't agree with
Look
you
at that.
either.
Look at the mouths. Look at those pretty mouths.
They're both wide load, hideous lizard people.
There we go.
Okay.
So you agree with me too.
I completely agree with you. So the Twin Towers were built for a ritualistic sacrifice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And why does Satan's face come out in
Because
smoke?
a lot of people think they opened a portal and brought in dark energy.
Oh. Wow.
Bro,
okay.
you gotta get with it, dog. We are battling black magic, son.
No, I know. Okay, so they open up a portal, to let like imps and demons out?
In.
Yeah, well, out
Bring
of their
them in.
realm and into ours. Okay.
Yep.
Got
The
it.
veil.
Got
To
it.
pierce the veil to let the darkness in.
To what end? To destroy the earth?
Because they worship these entities.
Okay.
And then you look how dark life has been since this has happened. Chaos.
Interesting.
Chaos.
Yeah, that's a relative, though.
No, it's not relative.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's literally not.
No, it literally is.
It is not.
Yeah, no. When you say like things are much worse now, I mean, things are bad, but depending on the day, you could say we're better off. Or we're worse
You're
off.
just crazy. You're like, oh, dude, everything's so good. It's like, maybe you don't remember the good times. That's the part of the trauma.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
things are better now. Things are better now.
What's worse?
Nobody can afford a house. Groceries are expensive.
Yeah.
Drag queens are reading to children.
Oh, wow.
Everybody is an OnlyFans, but it's better.
Yeah. But let's go back to
Nobody's getting laid, depopulate. Nobody wants to bang chicks anymore.
I'm not saying things are great right now, but let's go back to turn of the century. You got children working for slaves' wages.
I'm starting to question whether child labor is actually that bad.
No, I don't think it's that bad. I think we should be.
Give kids a skill set.
We should go back
they have
to
none right now.
What's better to teach children about life? Beating the snot out of them at Monopoly or making them plow a field?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I wanted to just quickly follow up on Spear of Destiny.
Yes.
So Heinrich Himmler, guy who headed up the SS, way more in love with the Spear of Destiny, the staff of Longinus.
Yeah.
Or whatever his name was, than Hitler was. So this guy's obsessed with the staff of what was it called?
Who, Ryan?
The Spear of Destiny. No, Heinrich Himmler, the head of the SS.
Okay.
The lightning bolts of the SS thought to be
the Spear of
Destiny.
Damn.
So there are 4 things in St. Peter's Basilica. The veil that they wiped Jesus's brow with.
Okay.
An actual piece of the crucifix, the head of St. Peter's brother, I think St. Andrew or something like that, and the Spear of Destiny.
All right.
Okay. So people think that is BS because what Hitler did at the end of the war, he took the Spear of Destiny to where?
Argentina.
No.
Fresno.
No.
Africa.
Nope.
Vatican.
No. I thought that you would arrive at this a little bit quicker, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Where does Operation High Jump, what was that all about?
Antarctica. Oh, snap, bro. I should have gotten that.
Yeah, 100%.
I should have totally gotten
you
that.
100% should have gotten that. So in Antarctica is a magical spear that was used to stab Jesus Christ. And if anybody does get
Coming
a hold
from a
of
Jew,
it,
that's not a really good thing calling it a magical spear.
well, I mean, that's just the story.
Okay.
No,
all right.
that's the story. All right. That's it for us. We'll talk about crypto next week.
Okay. Guys, I'm going to be live. Okay. Live this week. I'm doing Flagstaff on Thursday. I'm doing Tucson on Friday, and apparently in El Paso, nobody wants to come see Daddy dance. Haven't sold a lot of tickets.
El Paso, figure it the fuck out.
I gotta change the name, the Rosewood Bar. Sorry. Go check that out. And then Summerfield next week. More and more and more dates being added. A lot of great things going on. Very blessed. Anything else?
Follow me at Dylan Pete Wren. Check out Bad TV. And don't forget to join us at patreon.com/AKA Deepwater. Sam and I did a great episode over the weekend.
It was great.
We watched Hannah Gadsby's Gender Agenda for pretty much the whole show.
That made me bring back my oppression math joke.
Yeah.
Because it literally predicts that. My oppression math joke predicts that a fat, black, gay midget will be the peak of woke, and bang, there you see it.
Well, Hannah Gadsby's Gender Agenda is an interesting comedy special. A night of laughs.
A night of laugh.
We broke it all down at patreon.com/AKA Deep Waters because that's not something for YouTube.
Yeah, that's not. No. Not there was a bloodbath.
Love you guys very much. Tell your friends, tell
Ryan,
your family.
People want to know about you. Where can they find you?
Don't you guys go talking about sports right now.
And by the way, people want to know if Dylan, tell them about your podcast, because people are like, I'd listen to Dylan's podcast.
Bad TV.
Bad TV
Yeah, it's
with
called
Dylan
Bad
Wren.
TV. And Pat Hickey.
West Coast Bias on YouTube.
Are you bringing it back?
Oh, yeah. We're going to be doing some March Madness this week.
There we go. Guys, doom scrolling this week. I have to pre-record it.
Big show.
Fire, bro.
Fire.
This show is full. ire, okay?
Oh my God.
Bye. When people ask, is everything a conspiracy? The answer is yes.
Who and what is controlling everything and why? They practice sorcery. I can't argue against magic.
I don't know what it is that we live on, but I believe it's a realm. This realm that we live in is the lowest level of heaven, highest level of hell.
Chicken snake gods and the Anunnaki and sorcery. If Sam says the chicken and snake god is running everything, I'm literally in the world of crazy. I'm winning.
You're losing. Conspiracy Social Club, aka Deep Waters.